Hey there, it's Wake Angel 2001, getting some in front of the camera time. Well, I just went to Mike Carbo's Big Apple Comic Con on Saturday. It's now Monday, recording this because, work. I almost didn't go this year because I had to work on Saturday. But I figure, I have an afternoon shift on Saturday, so I can actually just go to the convention, then after I finish, I can go to work. I mean, it's kind of an annual tradition for me to go to this thing. I mean, it's a very simple little con. It only lasts one day, from 10 to 6. It's every year. It's one of the few comic conventions where you can still arrive there the day it starts and just buy tickets at the door. It was a little crowded. The lines were a bit longer than I expected. I believe I have a video. No. And well, I just spent a few hours there while I was waiting to get ready for work. I took some pictures of people who were dressed in costumes because people still cosplay. I cosplayed last year, but I didn't do it this year because, I had to go to work immediately after, and I don't want to have to change out of a costume at work. So yeah, here are those pictures. So I'm gonna have to talk over this part of the video because, I got about a little over a minute and a half of pictures here, and that's an awful long time for silence. So yeah, it's nice to see that people still go all out and make really nice costumes, even if this is a relatively small venue. I mean, it does have some panels, and there are a bunch of celebrities that make cameos. I remember the woman who used to play Hilary Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was there, and she has held together extremely well. She looks almost exactly the same now as she did back then, despite it being almost 20 years since the show was on. That's really cool. So yeah, there's just a lot of really impressive costumes. And I really wish I could have had time. I thought about going as Castiel, because it's just a trench coat and a collared shirt. But I had been pretty tired lately, and I had to get up really early for this venue. I'm like, screw it. Oh, I like this one. No one ever dresses as young Greg, and Rose Quartz wearing the Universe shirt. That's cool. And look, it's Agent Scully, and she has an alien head. Nice timing with the reboot. So yeah, great stuff. One of the first successful comic book movies, Blade, and then first appearance, Daredevil, very nice Poison Ivy. Ending this with TV Flash, one of my favorite superhero TV shows right now. And back to video. Okay, I hope you like my pictures. Here's the camera zoomed out a bit so that we can get this more into the frame. This is my bag of swag. Yep, it's all the stuff that I bought at the convention floor. Maybe I went a little bit crazy, but I did keep my budget under $100. Yeah, even if you count the cost of the ticket, if you count the cost of the ticket, I probably spent just over $100, but only just. Like, I probably spent literally $102 if you count the ticket. So, first big thing I bought, the John Carter Warlord of Mars Omnibus. John Carter of Mars. That was one of the first major big sci-fi stories of the 20th century, written by Edgar Rice Burroughs, the same guy who created Tarzan. A lot of people may only know John Carter of Mars through the Disney movie, which I thought was pretty good, but was kind of a box office flop a few years ago. But the thing is that John Carter of Mars is kind of for sci-fi fantasy stuff what Isaac Asimov's work is to robots, like this was big. The basic synopsis of John Carter of Mars is that he's a human guy who's transported to the planet Mars, I believe through astral projection, and on Mars, a human being basically has superhuman abilities because Mars has barely a third of the Earth's gravity, so he's basically 3 times stronger, and he can leap tall buildings in a single bound. He can take on seasoned warriors. Doesn't help the fact that he actually is a soldier himself helps. I believe he actually fought with the Confederacy. Yeah, he's like a Confederate soldier turned fugitive, and gets transported to Mars. Yeah, it's really good. I've only read the first issue in the omnibus, but it was a pretty good issue. And no, I didn't buy it just because of the red Martian there, but the Martian space princess. But yeah, like John Carter of Mars, like this thing inspires so many things. Like the idea of Superman, like an alien going to another planet and having superhuman abilities on that planet. That's from this. Remember the Young Justice cartoon from a while ago? Remember the Green Beetle? Remember that he was actually a Martian named Barsoom? Barsoom is the name that the Martians called their planet in John Carter of Mars. So they were homaging in the kids show, and also they kind of look a little bit like the Martians from the Justice League universe, except these are four-armed ones. The Green Martians have four arms. Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century, the design of the Martian Queen is very much based on the princess from this book, except that they mixed Marvin the Martian Trade Center, so the jet black skin, the lack of mouth, but the whole outfit thing, that was based off this. The Princess Leia slave bikini, that look, that's pretty much comes from this. And, I'm just scratching the surface because, like I said, there is a lot of sci-fi stuff that comes from the tropes from Edgar Rice Burroughs' series of pulp novels. Very good book. Very good. And the comic seems to do it justice from what I've seen. It's pretty good. Now, back into the bag for the next thing. I got a Sheldon Cooper action figure from Big Bang Theory. I haven't opened it yet. Gonna do a quick review. It lists his superpowers and his weaknesses. His superpowers are his eidetic memory, vexillology, I'm probably gonna have to look that up, and Tuvan throat singing. And his weaknesses are understanding sarcasm and driving. I kind of put his love of trains in as a weakness because you can pretty much manipulate him into doing what you wanted if you bought him a toy train or offered him a ride in a fancy train or something. Anyway, this is kind of a hilarious series. Like the entire cast is available. I did not see any penny figures at the con. My friend Eli, he bought the four main dudes, but he didn't get Bernadette or Amy, which were also available. The Bernadette and Amy figures are weird in that their eyes are painted on top of their glasses, which makes them look like they're bug-eyed. A very similar problem to what happened to the Velma action figure from the Scooby-Doo toy line. When you make a character that wears glasses, like do not make the lenses of the glasses. Okay? That way your eyes are still drawn on the character's face and not on the surface of their glasses. I mean, come on. It's such a basic tenet of face sculpting. But the funny thing is, this top row here is the entire cast. This bottom row consists of all the Sheldon repaints. I got the one in the Flash shirt because that's my favorite version of Sheldon, but you can also get him in the Superman shirt, the Batman shirt, the Green Lantern shirt, which is one that Eli bought, and the Hawkman shirt. I'll do a review of the figure, and we'll get into the more proper stuff about him later. A Marvel Universe Alpha Flight. The Marvel Universe Alpha Flight is basically just a complete nude female buck from the Marvel Universe series, so it's a very good custom base. So you can't really find it in stores right now. I think the closest thing to a nude buck that's available on the pegs right now is Miss Marvel, or Captain Marvel, who is a female. And I think the Captain Marvel buck has slightly thicker arms because she's supposed to be a physically stronger character, which is cool. But I got this. You can't find these on the pegs right now. That's what I'm trying to get at. So she was on the pegs there. She was cheap. Just grabbed her. Okay, this is probably my big game from the con. Yeah. The Create Your Own Comic Book Superhero Custom Action Figure Kit, or Action Figure Customizing Kit. The sequel! Yes! Oh wow, this is a thing that I am so happy is a thing. Basically, it's 3 blank action figure bucks, 2 male and 1 female, complete with paintbrushes, and a little tutorial book, and some decal stickers that you can that you can use to make your own action figures based on whatever the heck you want. Like, these are meant to be painted and taken apart and stuff. So, like, it's basically a kit basher's kit with figures that are meant to be kit bashed. I love this thing as a concept. It's not... I know there's a lot of custom painting toys out there, but this is an actual custom action figure thing. Very awesome. I will be doing a proper review, and I might even have some committee designs for superhero costumes. Alright, back into the bag. Ah, yes, I found a Sonic figure. Not just any Sonic figure. It's the Black Knight variant of the Sonic figure that has the gauntlets. This figure, I'm pretty sure, is literally impossible to find now. Like, you cannot even find this on Toy Wiz. I doubt you'd even find it on eBay. It's just an almost impossible to find figure. The legs look a little bit weird. Might have to fix that foot. And the elbow came disarticulated. It is a fixable problem. This was a common problem with early Jazzwares figures, but I can fix this. So, I already have mine. See, my original one's up here. This one didn't have the sword, but you know, it was only $8. It's impossible to find. And I always wanted to get a second one that had this gauntleted hand so that I can make a custom centered around that gauntlet. I was thinking maybe a 3-inch scale Excalibur Sonic. If there's any big interest in seeing that, who am I kidding? Of course there's big interest in a 3-inch scale Excalibur Sonic, but yep, that's a thing. That's gotta be a thing. And what else is in here? Alright, I might be cheating a little bit on this because I didn't actually buy this at the convention. I got this at Toys R Us, but hey, I had rewards dollars, and this kind of just came out. It is the... what do you call this? It is the Ultimate Edition of Striker Eureka from Pacific Rim. And I love that it comes in this lovely collector-friendly packaging rather than that stupid bubble that you literally have to cut open and and like, you know, you can't preserve it. So yeah, I'm gonna do an in-depth video review of this thing. Okay, so that is what I learned at Big Apple Comic-Con, or what I got at Big Apple Comic-Con. What else is in here? Oh yeah. Winged Goomba. I found it on the floor. Someone threw it away. Poor thing. I think it comes from a Kinect set because it has a hole in the top. But, hey, you know, this Goomba kind of scales with my Mario. So, yeah. Nice Goomba. Yeah, doesn't hurt to have a Goomba. Alright. So, gonna be shooting some follow-up videos to review all of this stuff.